Good afternoon. Thank you guys for joining me for lunch. I know it's been a minute and sorry I couldn't get this out yesterday, but markets are we're getting a little consolidation right here. So I was like, hey, we can hop on, take a look at the earnings for this week. If y'all are interested in, definitely drop down in the comments and let me know where you're checking in from and which one of these tickers you guys are looking at. So briefly, because I haven't really looked through them, we already had Norwegian, so we can take a look at them. ADT for protection, Riot after hours, so we can still catch a couple of these. So we got Riot, Plug after hours, AES. I'm bullish on them. I've been looking at them with another client, so I'm really interested in them. Retail and consumer spending, with everything going on with the WSR, you're going to see the consumer defense pick up. This is going to be a strong sector throughout this, and gold and silver. So we want to see how the quarter was for Target, Best Buy. Are people really shopping? AutoZone with people again. When I did advance auto on the previous call, I think I went over that and showing you how people are they're not going to want to get those newer vehicles that are going to have those different firmwares in them that's going to make you have subscription services. So people are going to start to look for older vehicles. So I do expect the car part industry to start to ramp up. We got CrowdStrike. That is another big one. Let's see. We got Wix. A lot of people, again, people starting businesses, getting their own websites and creating them. So I'm interested to look at Wix. Okta. I trade, so I'm looking at Webull, and I told y'all grab Webull before. I want to get into Webull before it takes a boom because traders are just coming into the market every day, and Webull's going to be one of those sources. I'm always big on Robinhood and Webull. Crackle Barrel, definitely bearish on Crackle Barrel. American Eagle, I haven't looked at them in a while. The age of the kind of surfer beach style is not in the genre of what people wear a lot now. So I'm interested to see, do they still have a strong clientele, or are they missing out? Georgia, Alabama, thank y'all so much. What tickers are on here that you guys are taking a look at? Who else? We got Kroger. Kroger, and let me say it country like everybody. Kroger's with the S. So interested in Kroger. Kroger is always a big deal. Um, I enjoyed the fact that I could shop at Kroger now that I moved closer to Houston. Now I have HEB and Kroger. One of my favorite stores. I like HEB. Burlington. I think in the comments. I think Jay. Somebody else was looking at Burlington. I can't remember who, but we looked at Burlington. We got GoPro, recording content, Costco. So a couple of big heavy hitters for this week. So let's dive in. I don't want to keep y'all your whole lunch break, but I did want to get this out um, for you all. So let's get into it. Let me see. Thank y'all so much. Miss Abra checking in. Jay, Loretta. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right. So let's jump into it. Let's look at Norwegian. And I said SPY again. We're gonna get on these charts. Depending on how much engagement y'all give me, we can take some trade. We can look at a trade setup. We're trading in between a range right now, and I went over my SPX class on how you trade that. Might give y'all a little sample of that. But again, I extended it to this week. If you have not grabbed my SPX power hour replay, I did go into how you can trade it and set up your chart for before power hour and doing power hour, how you can get that. And that class is still $97 until the end of the week. Then it goes back to 197. So definitely check that out. I think it's the NGW, Norwegian. Norwe. I was all off. So let's go. Okay, a dollar move. So Norwegian from the open. Let's go. Oh, I forget I was on ES. So I was at bottom of my chart. So let's go up. Y'all know I like to start on the daily. Let's kill some of the noise. We want to keep the chart as clean as possible. Take these fair value gaps off. There we go. So Norwegian selling down. Again, I didn't get a sentiment. If I was looking at this chart before here, I would see we were double topping. Definitely would have been probably a little bit more bearish, but we're inside of this range. So it could have another drop down to like the 21. So definitely, travel, fear in the market, that uncertainty. People may not be traveling as much, so they could probably continue to sell down just a tad bit. Who else did I say? We're gonna take a peek over at ADT, just for home security. We have so many different companies now. Amazon in the game with Blink. It used to just be, if you didn't have ADT, you weren't protected and things like that. But this thing doesn't move much. I'm not seeing anything on the daily. We could get a move back to 880, but that's way off. More room to that downside bottom. And oh, we had already tagged it. So yeah, that would have been your put. We're seeing that bottom move. So when it closed here at that 7, we would have been, 8, we would have been getting 8 puts. Get down to 7, it's already down there. There's that support there. Where's that next lower level? 650. So now we'll take it to the chart and just look at ADT. But again, these are not weeklies you want to look at because, yeah, they don't even have weekly. So that already lets you know they're not getting that much action because they only have the monthly contract. And I would be very bearish on this. Looking at a $7 put, it's $17. If you want to play in the waters, it's not bad. If you even leverage it and did a 7 put a 8 call, you're not going to hurt your feelings or anything. Definitely get your feet wet on a swing, but it's not going to move fast. It's definitely going to need a little bit of time to fall. Next one, let's get into Riot. So if you're in the crypto space, Riot's definitely going to be on your radar. In crypto, is Bitcoin is sitting in somewhere 66, 67, somewhere in there, I believe. I haven't taken a look here recently, but if this got a pop, again, this is sitting in the middle of this range. If you get a pop up, we're back at 1930, and you can see this double bot. You see those double bottoms right there. So if we sell back down, and they had pretty decent earnings. Yeah, they beat on earnings and revenue, and they still sold down to this area. So we're much closer to it. We could definitely probably see a drop. So let's look at those puts on Riot. And again, don't do the weeklies because the theta is going to probably eat those up. We just want to take a look at the weeklies to see where people are sitting. You see activity on both sides. People are looking for this to either pop or drop. I'd probably be a little bit more comfortable going out to March. And still, it's still kind of even Steven, but if they're not trusting in crypto right now and a little bit bearish, want to see that play out. The weeklies are not bad. I just say that theta could still, and I'm sorry, IV crush could still eat this up. But I own that 15, but staying close to the money isn't bad either. What about you guys? What y'all think? Look at Costco. I got the smoke. And I got smoke on, yeah, SoFi. I didn't. I'm just gonna keep acquiring. I love SoFi. I think it still is a great company. It's just a buying opportunity right now. Dallas, Texas, Dallas in the building. Appreciate y'all for coming through. So I'm definitely gonna check out Costco though. So bearish on. I don't even have my notes with me. Bearish on Riot. We're going to look at Plug. I used to trade Plug a lot with Corey from Buy the Hood. It always signal that, and this is down again. What did I tell you guys last week? Our word was delisting. So when a company trades under $1 for 30 consecutive days, they get delisted. Plug is not looking very hot right now. They're going to have to get some buyers back in here, or this thing is going to continue to just struggle. So definitely don't touch these weeklies. You can see nobody's. Oh, I thought it was one. It's actually 12,000. Yeah, put City. They're bearish on this, but it's not going to move a lot. ATR is 15. I think that should be a monthly contract. It's not even a monthly. You go out for the monthly for that 1.5 for $7. Yeah, bearish on that thing. You got a couple of people looking for the upside, and if you take a hedge on either side, the $1.50 or the 2, it's not going to cost you but $20. Wouldn't be a bad thing to look at. I also mentioned AES. Again, I've been looking at this with another client, popped on our radar, and I'll break down what we were looking at. We were saying this was trading in the range. They were going to go ahead and grab some contracts. I told them I love this, the way this looked, and we got right over with earnings. They're right over that midline. So I just took the range of what it was trading before, doubled it. I cloned that and put it up top right there again. Once we saw this bottom at 13, we were in good play to kind of be looking at 1750s, 17s, I think for March and April. I hope he got in. I'm gonna have to send him a message, see if they got in, because we were already looking at these strike prices for a little further out. Just been on our radar. Once you start to hunt the chain, you're able to see where those different positions. I wrote it down, but let me see if I can find that contract. There it is. There it is. The 20. January 20, you're getting in early. This one's going to be a banger. I like that contract. It's going to sit for a minute, but I still like AES for the long term. So if I never called anything else, definitely add this to your watch list. Looking at January 2027, January 15th, 2027, the $20 strike. It is down, but keep that in mind. Take a look at that. Hey Wes, thank you so much for dropping in. So we got AES. Okay, so Target. Take a look at Target. Again, Target's taking a beating. Can they increase revenue? Are they still pissing people off with their DEI situation? And regardless of what we think emotionally, we want to see what is going on. Like, are people still buying? Are they still boycotting? Have people moved on to other? Like, I think they were hitting Dollar General as a collective on companies that are in the Black community and not giving back. So just looking at the weekly, I'm not seeing a lot of, sentiment here. It looks like 115 has a little bit. We go out. Yeah. I'm not seeing too much on Target. Probably want to leave Target alone. It at best we got that 110 right here. That's not bad. Doesn't have a bad spread at all. So we could be looking at Target 110, a little bit bearish. Based on the chart, I mean, we're in a range, so I would have wanted it to kind of break 110. So it could come down and test 110 and go lower. You see that pattern, and we see the resistance up here at 118. So a little bit bearish on Target. Best Buy. I don't know about Best Buy, to be honest, because I just bought a laptop from there. They had the best price. I was glad I got in when I did, but again, what is revenue saying? How are they performing? We are trading back in 2025 levels, so 60, maybe 55 on the drop. They've had good earnings and still scaled off. And it's about sentiment. Are people really buying? And that could be the problem. I don't even know the ticker. Okay, there we go. BBY. I always get Bed Bath and Beyond and BBY mixed up, but like I said, a little bit bearish right here at 60. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy on the calls. If we go out to next week, yeah, nothing there. And we go on the monthly. It still looks like 60. So a little bit bearish on Best Buy. I'm set at AutoZone, so we'll take a look at AZO. And again, if there's any tickets y'all want me to check out, definitely drop them in the chat so I don't miss them. But again, those part companies rebuilding, using this, we were not going to trade it. We see the price of what the cost is, but definitely an investment on AZO. But nobody's probably going to be trading this at the cost. It's probably going to be very light spread. Yeah. See, nobody's in here, but it's just interesting to look at so we can know what retail, what people are doing, what are they buying. Let's get over to CrowdStrike, which is another one that popped on my radar from another client. Had CrowdStrike on my radar. OW Crowd. All right. Okay, they're looking to make their ways back up. They kind of hit a bottom of support back here at 344. If they retrace, probably looking at 390, 400. It does get some move in it when it has some backing. So let's take a look at that chain on the bullish side. Going to be a little pricey. Yeah, there's the 390. What I tell y'all, 400. But it's still pricey to get into. Put it on your watch list. Don't actually trade this, but that's where everybody's at. Again, you can look at the chart and see where price action, where they're moved to, and again, you can get the sentiment and see where people are at before I even see the option chain and volume of open interest. I know where they're going to be lining up at because theoretically, I see it already. I've already seen where they buy and sell it by looking at the chart, and this is as fast as it gets through. I didn't even see Amber Company and Finch, which will go along lines with American Eagle. But let's head over to Wix. And again, the question is, are they profitable? I've seen a lot of sites where people can, make their own website using AI. They don't have to have any kind of coding knowledge. But we had some support here at 53. They're up to 74. They could possibly get a pop. We can see earnings overall. They've only had one bad earnings in the last couple of months, but after earnings in August, shot up earnings in what was this? November, we sold down. They're trying to do a retrace. So let's see if they've gotten some revenue and where people are thinking they should be. If we look on the bearish side, weekly, nothing stands out. We only have the monthly. We don't even have weeklies. So I just say keep an eye out and watch this one. We won't touch Wix, but it's just interesting to see how that one's going to play. Who else? We got Okta. I've used Okta. I don't really care for Okta. I mean, all the third party protection and like you just get like I'm like if I don't have my phone I can't sign in. If I can't sign in I can't do work. I can't. Who it can be worrisome if you work in cybersecurity and different things like that, having to go through protection. So this is looking like it's holding. This could be bullish. So we want to take a look at calls on Okta. So 74s. I don't like the weeklies on Okta. Let's go to the monthly. Yeah. We'll just listen to the call. I don't like the contracts. There's not much volume here or open interest. It does get a decent move, but again, we're not trading when nobody else cares. We don't want to get trapped in contracts we cannot get out of. So now one of the highlights that I want to look at is Bull, which is Webull. And it's down. I still see it as a buying opportunity. Earnings were good. We were flat. Earnings were good. I'm looking to see if they get a pop. I mean, I'm always on the site. I do use it to trade. I think it's a great trading platform. I think it's still early. So we want to take a look. It doesn't move fast, so we're definitely not going to look at the weeklies on Bull. We definitely want to look at like some monthly contracts and definitely listen to the call. So if we look at the weeklies, you're looking at 6 or 7 on the call side. A lot of activity here. But again, hit or miss is $18. Not going to hurt your bank. But for safety, you can go out, pay a little bit more and get a little bit of safety. Look, why are these people out here at 10? These are still definitely ones to look at. A little bit bearish on the 5. Also, let's head out for the year and look at where people are thinking. They're still pretty heavy in these upper strikes. So some people are still bullish. Do I think they'll get to 30 before the end of the year? Heck no. Can they do 10? I definitely think they could be at 10, 15, 12, 50. 15 is a stretch. But we don't need it to hit it. Remember, when you're looking at strike prices, the stock does not have to, or the ticker does not have to hit that strike that you choose. It only has to go toward it. So don't get caught up in whether it will hit it. We just need to see, are there going to be momentum to or away from our particular strike. Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. I must say, I was a I that was this was one of my grandmother's favorite restaurants to go to. So we would go. That's not it. What is Cracker Barrel? CBRL. Oh, I didn't know. CBRL. And so I would eat at Cracker Barrel quite often. I like their food. But the last couple times I went, it was very underwhelming. So I think the brand change and the sentiment has just kind of become lackluster. So let's take a look at the chain. And what y'all think? Have y'all eaten at Cracker Barrel? First, most people say, I'm not eating nowhere it has cracker in the name. So I know a lot of people are probably not going to, partake it. But if we look here, Slightly bullish, a little activity on both sides, and we only have the monthly. Let's see, have they recover? Have our revenue still kicking stream on with that pushback to the logo? Do y'all remember that whole logo issue? And they brought that cracker back to the barrel. We got Kroger KR. This is not going to be a big mover, but it is one that most people invest in, long term staple company. So again, probably a little bit bullish. People are going to buy food, so we probably be looking at calls at 70 or 72 on Kroger. And got 70. We do have dollar incremental in here, so that's not bad, but not a lot of people are filing in. Again, this isn't a heavy mover. So again, going out a week or so wouldn't be bad, but a little bullish on Kroger. Who else we got? Mm-mm-mm. Got Victoria's Secret Burlington. I'm gonna look at Burlington real fast. Yeah. Again, I've come to a place where I don't have to buy clothes from the Macy's and Dillard's. At first, they used to be my go-to. Now, can't stand buying jeans over $20. So again, you'll see all of these like discount stores starting to boom, especially with the rise in costs. And if you've been looking social media wise, people are having more and more children. Again, you're not everybody's not getting a brand deal. Everybody's not making millions off of content because they have a million kids. So getting these sponsorships or shopping at more discount stores are going to be a more affordable for them. But that wick on this daily looks very bearish. So let's take a look at the option trading for some puts. And these are probably going to be expensive, so we may just we can put them on our watch list. Yeah, nobody's out here. Nobody really cares about Burlington. Yeah, we can put it on our watch list, but nothing major there. Costco heavy hitter, so we're gonna tap into Costco. This is going to be cost. Y'all dropping this chat, Costco or Sam's, which one y'all more a fan of? I actually go to Sam's more. It's closer to me and there are more locations than Costco. I think as far as like beer and wine, a lot of people go to Costco. And then like different specialty items that only Costco has. But it's not a biggie for me. It's a big store, but I don't always leave with everything I need as far as quality. But let's look at the chain. Probably going to be expensive, but we're still going to take a look. Based on the chart, this is giving, I don't know. It's in a range, probably like 1030, 975. But that's a real wide spread on the daily for the range. So again, we could just put it on our watch list, listen to the earnings call, but this is not going to be a moneymaker for us. One, the price is expensive, and there's just not enough people on the chain for us to kind of make a move. Uh, Let me know whoever put Costco. What do you think? Are you trading it? How are you? What's your thought process on Costco? And look at this. What did we just learn? Delist. What happened? How do you get delisted? 30 days under a dollar. GoPro is under here. So GoPro had it made when they were trying to feel action and they didn't have any other competitors, no licensing agreement, and probably no trademark. So everybody can make a camera that can go underwater, shoot live action, and people are wanting that content much faster. So GoPro is just out the water. That is dead. It is done for. Yeah, that thing's a goner. Yeah, used to love Cracker Barrel, Costco, but that's what I got, guys. Let's look at the chart. If you guys are trading, let me know what you're trading today. Y'all know my go-to is SPY every day, all day. Been looking at ES as well. What did I say? ES, paper trades, and then SPX. So we're looking at SPX. So if we mark this up, got those levels. So 68.75 to the downside. We break 68.75. Going to be looking at 68.67. And then our next lower level, that's 68.50. So again, I'll teach this in my class. Let's see if I can drop the link. Is that it? Nope. I'll drop the link in the chat. So you guys, if you're wanting to get the SPX class, it is still available. And for the rest of this week, it is, like I said, $97. But let me grab y'all the right link, or you're gonna pay $197. And I'm sure y'all want that discounted link versus the one without. Oh man, I gotta make y'all a new code. Dang it, and I can't fix it. I don't think it's gonna let me adjust it. Let's see. Nah, can't be modified after use, so I gotta change it again. I'll just make it sale, and I'll give y'all the Friday. I'll give people the Friday. Friday at midnight. This code will end again. I'll give y'all another week to kind of take advantage of this discount. Save. Now let me push it. And go. All right, drop it inside the chat. And let me know if y'all trade SPX at all. Y'all might not even want this because y'all might not trade SPX, but if you do, let me know. But let me drop that here. If you want to catch that, still grab that replay for 97. There's the link. But yeah, 5 minute, you see SPY sitting, I'm sorry, SPX sitting in between this range. We got SPY rejecting at 686.75. And coming back down, we're in this range. It's not really holding above this level at 686.90, and it's really not breaking back below 686. And if we cut VWAP on, we can see VWAP was a strong support. Hit VWAP, bounced off. VWAP bounced off. Now we're testing standard deviation 1. So again, I'd be bullish back up to this level. Let's test to test standard deviation 2, or we break below standard deviation 1, come back down to VWAP. But we got some time. It might stagger here until we get to power hour or a little bit before. But yeah, Marcus kind of made up his mind. The fear in the market due to the bombing. So the market sold off, came back, filled the gap back to the upside, and now it's sitting high, waiting for the next move. What else y'all got? What else are y'all looking at? Again, don't force trades. If you see the ticker consolidating, don't force it. Wait for it to do a setup. We need a break above or below those particular levels. Don't force that play. How did I get VWAP like that? So I have my bands on. So if you cut on VWAP, so just type in VWAP. So this is the one I'm using. And then once you have it on your chart, come to your settings. Then you want to make sure you have standard deviation and have your band multipliers on 1, 2, and 3. And I make sure all of them are selected. I don't have the backfill because I don't need that, more distraction on my chart. And then that's the way I can see those standard deviation per price section. Great question. Magenta, thank you for checking in. HPE. Is that a ticker, are you saying? I haven't looked at Hewlett Packard. Sitting right there on standard deviation 1 as well. Popped up. Let's actually go back and look at um not Hewlett Packard. Yeah. Is that them? HPQ. HP. I had them selling down there. Everything kind of popped up. Market sold down, so things are popping back up. Again, we're seeing, you see your range. Just wait for it to get out the range. What are all my lines? My lines are my levels. Don't judge me. I like them. They're easy for me to understand. You don't have to understand and get them, but they make sense to me. But we can see now we're rejecting and setting up. We're closing under a previous resistance and coming back to test standard deviation. They're looking at SPY for sure. I'm still on SPY, but we're not. Don't jump into any puts. Just that you need that to break. I mean, VWAP has been the strong area. It's got a slight pullback, but buyers are strong. Go back over to SPX. Same thing. You can see the same ranges. My paper trade is probably trash right now. Oh, it's coming back to life on my ES. Not horrible. Let's do this. I got a. We'll put it right there. And this is a paper trade, so yes, it's showing losses, but I'm testing out my strategy. And you just sit and be patient. This would probably not be the best strategy if you don't want a prop firm because of your drawdown. Drawdown's probably gonna be like $500, so you're not gonna be able to ride through this much drawdown. But I'm just practicing a strategy, so it's not gonna bother me. And then I have my price target. If you're trading on a prop firm and you see it, you can see that would be more of your entry. Since I'm trading in paper trade and it's not real time, I'm not getting the best entry. I was in IWM earlier. Yeah, IWM Smack, Kendra called IWM in the Discord. If you guys are not in Discord, you're missing out. We actually have 70% off. If you're interested in joining the Discord, comment on this video Discord or drop it in the chat. I'll give you the link and get you the code so you can tap in. The best opportunity right now is to get lifetime or the yearly at 70% off. If you just do it for the 1 month, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. If you know you want to be a part of the community and you're gonna trade often. This is gonna become a lifestyle, not just something fly by night. How are you calculating TP and stop loss? Well, I really didn't calculate it. I don't have a stop loss set. I just went down to my next target. So I'm looking at standard deviation away from VWAP. So if I were to do a stop loss, it would probably be back right here. And there's my TP. So being patient right now. We're in lunch. So we're not going to get a lot of action here. We got to wait until like 1, maybe 2 o'clock. Nothing major is going to be going on right now. That's why I decided to come on and do this. Oh, that helped? Okay, perfect. Oh, Cam, hey, thank you so much for dropping in. Make sure y'all are liking and sharing the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe so you can know when I'm going live. I'm trying to be more consistent, but I just had a little last week was super busy and had family over for the weekend. So definitely want to continue to get in the earnings, and then we get plays set up, and then some live trading sessions. The people that want to learn SPX, those are going to be, I usually come on for Power Hour. I've been saving those private sessions for my people who took the class so I can help them out. I'm not a big fan of prop firms. If y'all are using prop firms, drop them below. See a lot of people like Top Step. I just saw some people commenting saying Apex has a new 50% contingency or consistency rule, but I'm just not a big fan of prop firms. I want to trade with my old capital. I found a broker that will allow you to trade. It's not a prop firm. You just trade with your own capital. That don't want. If I come in and I trade and I make 5,000, I want my 5,000. I don't want to have to go and trade that and make that 5,000 again, being consistent to get a payout. I want my payout if I made the money. So that's one of the drawbacks. A lot of people don't like rules and they're not consistent in gamblers. So the prop firms are kind of set up, and their business model is to make you fail. So you do have to sign up for a new account over and over again, or you link your accounts and you blow them all consistently. So I just don't like the that prop firm. FTMO. Okay. I definitely check them out. But again, we need this under that level. And y'all see my line of support. Resistance, support. We couldn't hold over it for a long time. Got up here. There's the resistance. There's my support. So I can mark my resistance. And that's how I get all those levels, because I'm looking at the range. If it breaks above here, could be going back. We're going to go back and probably try to test that upper band or standard deviation too. We stay in this range, could come down and break below this area, but our buyers going to be able to hold the whole day. Do they want to bring sentiment back in the market? Do people care? Those are some of the fundamental factors you want to think about when trading and getting into position for plays. If y'all got questions, drop those questions below. I didn't want to hold y'all long. We'll stay on for to about 12:45 Central Time, and then we can get out of here. Because the market is probably just going to trade sideways. I just really wanted to go over earnings so y'all can have that set up. Discord. Let me grab that link. I'm going to have to send it to myself. So when you get into when you sign up for Discord, it's going to make you purchase through the website WAP. Let me make sure I got it. There we go. So you're going to have to go through WAP, and then WAP, once you make your payment, connect it. Make sure you're using the same email address that you're going to use with your Discord account, so it's not like two different accounts. Keep everything synonymous. And the code is change. So I'm going to send you the link. You're going to make sure you use that code. If you have any trouble before you pay, shoot me an email and say, hey, Chaz, hey, it's not working. Something's going wrong. So the code is change. We have a challenge going, and they're already up. Some people have already grown their accounts 200, 300%. We're starting with like $250, $100 here. We had new member orientation Saturday morning. That replay is in there, so you definitely haven't missed anything. You can get back. I need to learn to do trades and automation on Webull. I saw an opportunity on SPY, but was not able to take it because I was at work. Yeah, we'll go. I'll show you how to set that up, Wes. We'll definitely get that in for you. What are your thoughts on bots and copy trading? Copy trading, depending on who you're copying, can be successful. But if they lose, you lose. And if you're not comfortable allowing somebody else to control your losses, don't do it, because you need to understand they're going to have wins and have losses. So you got to take the good with the bad. If you're not able to control your feelings that way, just don't do it. Copy trading is not bad. If I'm copying myself, I don't see any problem with it. If you're copying other people plays, again, you're at the mercy of their knowledge, what they feel like. So if you're copying your own trades to grow multiple accounts, definitely don't see anything wrong with that. I do see a couple of forex traders that do offer bots, but majority of them, I think you could probably go to ChatGPT, build your own. If you understand the quality of your work and you have been successful. Other than that, buy them, test them out. Don't spend more than it's gonna take to like grow your account. If you're not seeing those type of profits, like don't go buy a $5,000 bot with $100 account. That just doesn't make sense. You need to be trading with a decent amount of capital if the bot's going to cost you that much, so you can get the return. The goal is going to be to get back what it cost you for the particular bot. You're more than welcome, Jessica. Definitely message me once you get on the other side. My channel is Dr. Chaz. Chaz Guidance. Again, if I give y'all a preview of Discord, what does Discord look like? Why would I want to join? Well, for multiple reasons. We have the challenge going. So right here, you have a small account challenge. We have the Compound Club. That's where the wins are coming in. This is a signal that was called. I'm inside the group. Winning trades, compounding this account. These are not lotto plays. These are very strategic, 30%, and we're out sticking to the plan. You have my channel, Chaz Guidance. I usually call maybe one, maybe two trades a day because I'm breaking them down. I'm showing the chart, showing you again, I'm giving you the levels. I'm giving you guidance through that play. I'm not going to call 50 and then try to break them down and then people miss trades and things like that. If you trade everything, you trade futures, you trade forex, you want and you want to trade during the night, during the day, whenever, Top App gives plays all day, so you don't have to be limited. Sky's on name, swing trades. If you don't have time to day trade, swing trading is going to be your thing. And we have people who cater to swing trading. Chardell, the options chick, coming in here and dropping a lot of game knowledge. We have the Ronin report. Ronin did a class breaking down. I missed some of it. I got to go back and watch it. But how do you prepare for your trading day? He breaks it down, give you a couple of tickers to look over. Got Donovan, a second, spiritual one. He does a Bible study in the group if that's your thing. He's spirit led, and that's how he teaches. Phenomenal trader. For your trade psychology, we have Pastor at the Pastor Pulpit. You can come in here anytime you're feeling down or not going well inside of your trades. You can come here and get your daily dose of how to stay on track as an investor, as a trader, as a mentor, analyst, all of that inside of here. We have Kendra, we have Court, we have Hannah who live trade. So you'll get a weekly Zoom and calendar letting you know what's the time she's going to trade throughout the week. So you're never left alone. Even though we might not be signaling, there's going to be somebody available for you to ask a question to, or somebody that's going live. So I'm going live right now. It's a Monday. Hannah's not around, so I'm not overstepping her time or her frame when she's doing her live trading, for me to go live on Monday, or if I come back in doing lunch or morning on Wednesday. So again, we're not having you compete to see who's live you're going to show up to. We want to have the opportunity for you to get a feel for everyone. Thank you so much. So again, just wanted to show y'all a little background. Because like, what am I getting into? What is Discord? It can be a lot, but once you kind of dissect it and break it down and see which trader you like to trade, who you like to take trades from, what's the best setup and system, then you're able to just go along your way. So copy trading isn't bad, but taking the trades on your own is much better. And then taking the time to come back and look and see what trades were called and doing some back testing. That's always a key to, help you become a better trader. And in the time that I broke down what was in Discord, my trade hasn't moved, still negative $500. We're still trading inside of this range. So not much to see here. So if anyone has questions, wants to come up, talk live. I know everybody's usually shy, but I'll give y'all the opportunity. So if you're looking to grow your YouTube channel or start your own, definitely use that StreamYard link. That's what I'm utilizing. to trade live and show my screen. So yeah, if y'all got questions, hit that link. I'll pull you up in the studio. You can ask it on the show. If not, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna watch this for a minute. Again, take advantage of that SPX replay. Even if you're not able to trade Power Hour now, the the strategy and setup is so simplistic. Once you have that opportunity, or you may not, you might go in late or have a schedule where you get off early and you're able to trade Power Hour. You definitely want to have that in your toolbox. Yeah, if you enjoyed these, definitely drop some sevens in the comments. If you catch the replay, comment replay. And if you missed anything, definitely post on our community wall. Go to the post. That way I can tap back in with you. Coming down slightly. But again, it's lunchtime. Nobody's trading. Everybody's out to lunch. We might see this pick up in about another 30, 45 minutes. What are we waiting SPY to break for puts? SPY needs to break standard deviation 1. So that level is right there on it. So about honestly 686, it needs to break and hold below that for puts on SPY. And the price target will be about the bottom of that candle, 685.13, and then down the VWAP at 684.37. So it needs to close completely under that standard deviation line for puts on SPY. Thank you guys for checking in. And we don't have any questions. We can get out of here. We got the levels that I just gave the SPY levels. If we're looking at the SPX levels, again, we're seeing that drop. There's my target. SPX. Oh, I'm sorry. I gave ES levels. So SPX 686. We're breaking 68.75 down to 68.50. But in between there, we do have VWAP sitting at 68.56. And again, price targets, getting to those levels. And we're going on ES. ES still trying to hold up. It should have failed more as we've seen SPY and SPX fall. But ES is holding up strong. When will you have another live class again? I enjoyed the SPX. Another live class on what? I don't pride myself in doing a lot of classes. To kind of charge you guys, but it has to be a good topic, and I need to feel like you guys are going to make money from it. I don't want you guys to just buy classes and courses and they don't give you a return on your investment. So let me know, Magenta, what class do you think I should offer next? And it probably wouldn't be until like probably another 2 weeks. Um, and probably still another Saturday or Sunday. But let me know if I did another live class, what would y'all want it on? And that way I can start building out for it. Most of the stuff I do a PowerPoint for you all, but um, I don't go by PowerPoint, so I have to build it out. I won't be available for Power Hour today to look at SPX, but tomorrow and Thursday I will. So I'm hoping to get something in for sure, for sure, for sure. But Magenta, let me know what other classes do y'all want. Definitely up for teaching live and doing those live classes or live trading. But I want to be able to see everybody again. I can't stream it to YouTube because that'll kind of lag as well. But we can definitely hop on Zoom and do some live trading or live classes. See, now it's coming down slightly. Let's go back to SPY and SPX. We got to that level. So this is why my levels are important. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't see, okay, there are middle levels in there to break. I would just be looking at the screen and going, okay, let me clear my drawings. I'm just looking for the drop here. Can we get it? Yes, but there are other supported levels in between that drop range. But can you trade just VWAP? Yeah, you definitely could. I like to keep things super simple because if it reverses, it reverses. Get out the trade, find your next setup. It's okay. All right, guys. I'll put that again. StreamYard, if y'all want to come up. Let me put there's the WAP link, and remember to use code change so you can get that 70% off. And I'll even do it better. If you sign up for WAP, I'm sorry, if you sign up for Discord this week, if you sign up for the yearly or the monthly, I'll give you a free one-on-one with me. So what you have to do is make sure you use my link, use my code, use the code change, send me an email with your checkout or your paid screenshot, and I will allow you to schedule for a free one-on-one with me. That's if you sign up. For people that watch the replay, if you sign up for Discord this week, you get a free one-on-one with me. That can be live trading. It could be a teaching class, whichever one you want. I will allow the next 10 people that sign up for Discord to have a free one-on-one. Charting and swing trading. Okay, I'll put it together. We'll break down charting and some swing trading. Let me work on putting that together. And y'all just saw my contract go from about negative $80 to like negative 400 to now we're positive again. And so there's my target. There's my profit. Can I close it now? Yeah, I can click that X and get out. But again, this is a paper trade account. This isn't live money. But if you were on your prop firm or trading in your own funded account, you'd be up now. All right. I know the chat lags, but we got 8 more minutes. If you got any burning questions, any information you need, Tasha, I got you. We're definitely gonna get you locked in. Definitely chart. We'll get these charting. If you want a class on charting, if I do a breaking down tickers and charts, drop some sevens in the chat. If y'all want me to do a charting class, and it'll be in the next 2 weeks. So we're not gonna hold long. We're gonna get it out the way so we can make some money. So if y'all want that charting class, drop some sevens. We're up to 200, almost 250 on this pullback. SPY is still holding on to that level. SPX as well. See how it's just hanging on there. But we're getting kind of confirmation. We're getting a candle close below standard deviation 1. We should get a move. And you don't have to sit here and watch all day to see if it played out. I can come and just grab me an alert and just wait for that alert to go off. The thing with the charting class too, I would want to keep it small so you guys can share your charts so I can evaluate them. It doesn't help that I just go over the chart and know where to point and click. I need to be able to see you guys' chart so that I can say, okay, let's fix this, or let's get this spaghetti off, or let's move that indicator, let's put this tool in the right place. So it definitely might be a 2 hour. We went an hour just for me explaining in the last class. So charting may take 2 hours because I do want it, again, keep it small where I can at least evaluate y'all charts as well. And we're back negative. It popped back up. But we did see 200 profit. That's why I say we want that close below. Let's see if it gets a retest. But I hope y'all have enjoyed this. Again, if there's no further comments, I appreciate y'all. Again, thanks for letting me know that y'all do want this charting class, and I'll see about putting something together, so I can make it happen. I always want to provide value to you all. I enjoy teaching, but again, it has to be valuable. I hate going to a class and I learned nothing I wouldn't have learned on YouTube if I or just going to Chat GPT. So I want you to have information that's not just regurgitated definitions. It's really about implementation of the indicators or the tools that you are using. SPY is rolling back. We're rolling back up. I wouldn't trust it till it got it back above that standard deviation again, back to the upside. Now it's kind of sitting in the middle again. And I'm back green. Now I would want a knife fall right now, but market's kind of holding up. Again, we got a sharp drop. We get some strong profit levels in there. There you see my target. See where our profits are. There we go. There's a standard deviation. It's almost at my TP. Let's see it. Should I move it? No, I'm going to stick to it. Can it drop more? Sure. But watch that profit. Is it going to get taken out? You're almost there. And so this is how I test my strategies. I come into my paper trade. I come in, set the tone. I look for a particular area. I really could close this because I should have been getting out right at that standard deviation. My level is just a little bit lower. Y'all see that? So again, it doesn't matter whether you trade options, forex, futures, crypto. Once you know how to read the chart, you can trade. So I always test my skills because one, I know how to read the chart. So it just takes me to get comfortable with the instrument that I'm using, whether the instrument is option, the instrument is forex, the instrument is futures, the instrument is crypto. We're all seeing that. Oh, it's rolling back up. I'm on the 5 minutes, so we're not seeing really what the candles are doing. So you can see right there, there's the profit. It popped right back up from my target. Both it took it out. I didn't have to do anything. So let me show y'all what happened. Because my chart is delayed, I didn't see it take the profit. So let's go to my trading journal. Oh, or is it orders? Oh, oh, balance. I think it's balance history. There we go. So there we are. There's the trade. I had an 850 target. It hit that 850. It probably whipsawed down because I didn't see it. And like I said, my chart is delayed because this is just a paper trade from TradingView. But 850 tag. So if I was trading on my own live account, I wouldn't be having to wait on a contingency rule. I've made 850. I could go out and withdraw my money today. So again, charting, understanding the skill set is super important. But we got one more minute, then we'll get out of here. I forget. I went over earnings, but I did want to talk about oil and the attack. So let's look at Exxon because I called this back in I called Exxon back in January. And so everybody get Exxon 140 calls, and you can see like those things are in the money. They pull back a little bit today, but that thing popped up. Those 140 call contracts from January 24. I think they were up like $1,500. Let me take a look at that. That Exxon contract. Yeah, up 443%. It was up about $1,600 at the morning. It's up almost $100 today, like 6% today, even with it being down slightly. So again, you go back and look at Exxon's chart. 3 out of the last 4 years, they have been bullish from January to March. So that was my sentiment on that play setup. The contract was added on January 24th. It was $274. That contract today is now worth $1,488. So again, I'm a great day trader, but swing trading is super important. So you're not wasting a lot of your time. But definitely, if you're looking for oil, looking at the price per barrel, look at crude oil when you're looking at Yahoo Finance, and take a look at Chevron and Exxon. Can you touch on reading the charts during the charting class? Touch on. I'm going to touch on everything. So you have to understand. You have to understand the chart. So I'm not just going to go how to mark and label charts. So we go through how to do a top. If I do this class, I'll just run y'all through how I would do this next class. One, we probably go through the main tickers, which will probably be a ETF, SPY, and IWMD. We do some regular tickers, probably something like Apple and maybe like Tesla and TSLL, because I like those together. We do a top-down analysis of those companies. Then we come down and looking at the option chain. So when we do a top-down analysis, we're marking the levels. Then I add on how you would use the different indicators, looking at some of the ones that I like. So using the support and resistance, using VWAP, using fair value gaps, the Mogul Algo indicator. And you do have access to the Mogul Algo indicator as a paid Discord member. So don't forget about that. And I'm trying to think of what other Oh, you need ATR so we can know the movement. And I'm going based on not looking at my indicators because I want to be able to name them off without using them because I don't use them often. So I would definitely go over that during that class. Let's go back. Let me get back off this 1 minute. Come back here and boom, y'all see it selling. Well, and we might get another bounce here at VWAP unless VWAP gives up this time, but it could stair step down until power hour. And then our target's going to be right in here. Target's going to be right in here. Same for SPX. These SPX contracts are going to start to get more affordable the later in the day we get. So beginning of the day, those are, double digit contracts or triple and quad digit contracts. But if we go in now, yeah, we're getting under $1,000 per contract. If you were to look at that, you can add it to your watch list of I'll go 68.50. If you added 68.50 to your watch list, $220. I'll actually add it to my watch list and then I'll post it on the community wall on the post so y'all can see what actually happens with that contract. So if we go SPX, we're gonna look at the 68. We're gonna go in the money, 68.65 put, and then we're gonna go 68.50 put just to watch those contracts as this thing is falling. Getting a little bit of push up. If we go call side, we're gonna be looking at 68.75 on the call side. All right, 68.75 on the call side. No more than like 68.90 on the call side. So you got two contracts to the upside, two contracts to the downside to kind of watch. And yeah, we'll go from there. So, but again, I hope this was helpful. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Feel free to shoot me a DM or email me. I forget to put that one up on the banner, so I'll show it again. There's my email address, Cash App or Zelle. Yeah. Should I do y'all some specials for one-on-one? Who needs some one-on-one? My one-on-ones are usually $100. If you're ready to sign up or purchase one-on-ones, we could do some sales. If you have a sales price, you just DM me or you send your payment. But yeah, one-on-ones are usually $100. We could be going for an hour. If we're doing trading, live trading in the morning, it's going to be about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but it's still the same price as your teaching session. So comment one-on-one if y'all want me to drop a sales price for one-on-ones. That's the privilege of staying on live until the end and being a part of the community. So if anybody needs a discounted one-on-one, drop one-on-one. And we'll get out of here. Got about 3 minutes. Just trying to push up slightly. Yeah, see it moving back up. That's why we want to put both contracts on our watch list to see where they're going so we don't get trapped. We did get a close below support, or sorry, below resistance here, which would have led us to a pull down here, but it's trying to build back up. That's why I say the indicators can be important too. So let's see if we have some fair value gaps. The whole range, we have buyers sitting in there. But this has been fun, guys. Let me check back. I kind of clicked off y'all screen. Hold on. Let me get back to you guys. I'm looking at the chart. Dr. Vita, I got you. I got you. Shoot me an email. I got you on the discounted one-on-one. You can see the Zelle and the Cash App again. You can do Zelle or Cash App. If you catch this video today and use Zelle or Cash App today, one-on-ones will be $60. Again, please don't bombard me. Like, don't buy more than 10. But I usually cap it at 10 per person. But if you submit a Zelle or a Cash App today, and today is March 2nd, before midnight, your one-on-one is $60. You can schedule it and just put what you want to go over in that what you want to go over in that comment section, and just put YouTube payment. And I got you guys. So I'm not going to hold y'all. Y'all have a good day. We'll be back on the charts. I might be back on. I think I have somebody for Power Hour. If they don't show up, then I'll be back. But y'all enjoy the rest of your day.